Welcome to ERi-TV English News broadcast for this hour. I'm Barsabet Akhlar reporting live from the headquarters in the capital Asmara, and these are the top stories for today, Saturday, 22 November. Effort to strengthen women's organization in the Gashbarka region. Seminar on enhancing documentation activities held in Asmara. Countries split on fossil fuels on COP30 Climate Summit final day. And South Africa and EU ink a critical minerals pact and champion multilateralism. To start with your domestic reports, at an activity assessment meeting conducted in Barantu from 17 to 19 November, it was reported that encouraging efforts have been exerted to strengthen women's organizations in the Gashbarka region. According to reports presented by heads of the National Union of Eritrean Women branches in the subzones, commendable activities have been carried out to ensure maternity and child health, promote the use of maternity waiting rooms, enhance the participation of females in education and health, as well as strengthen their contribution and development programs. Indicating that the vocational trainings being organized are significantly contributing to empowering women, the reports further called for reinforced participation on the part of partners in the effort to eradicate harmful practices, including female genital mutilation and underage marriages. Masih Daga Yohannes, head of the union branch in the region, said that encouraging activities have been carried out in collaboration with partners, noting that the use of educational and health facilities by women is growing from time to time. She also stated that more efforts are exerted to enhance the economic capacity of women. Coming back to the Central region, the Research and Documentation Center of the PFDJ conducted a seminar for employees of various government institutions engaged in documentation activities with a view to reviewing strengths and challenges they face in their daily documentation work. Mr. Tasfaik Alata, head of the research at the PFDJ Central Office, said that the objective of the seminar was to conduct a preliminary study on documents recorded in the form of photographs, audio and written materials, and to remind those engaged in documentation to be diligent and serious in their daily activities. At the event, research papers were presented focusing on the administration and conservation of documents and other issues related to the documentation process. Ms. Azib Tawalde, head of the Research and Documentation Center, on her part, gave a briefing on the efforts the center is exerting to safeguard documents from damage and the challenges they've been facing. In other news, the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in Saganeti subzone provided vocational training to 91 youth in the subzone, ranging from 2 to 6 months. The training covered bee farming, music and beauty salon skills, among others. 1 month training on administration and leadership was also provided to youth workers in the subzone. Indicating that the youth have been provided with basic vocational skills, Mr. Mehratab Andamariam, head of the union branch in the subzone, called on the trainees to practically develop their skills. Mr. Yasu Asafau, head of the agriculture office in the subzone, called on those trained in bee farming to work in an organized manner, expressing that the agriculture office would stand alongside them in all their endeavors. Mr. Abdul Qadir Haj, administrator of the subzone, commended the union branch for organizing the training program and called for its sustainability. Next is international reports, so stay tuned. Welcome back. Countries remain bitterly divided over the future of fossil fuels as the 2025 United Nations Climate Change Conference, known as COP30, is slated to end in Brazil's northern city of Belém, potentially in a haze of recriminations. Delegates at the two-week conference have failed to reach a deal as Brazil circulated a new draft proposal on Thursday that did not include a roadmap to transitioning away from fossil fuels or mention the term fossil fuels at all. More than 30 other countries from Africa, Europe, Asia, and the Pacific co-signed a letter in response, slamming the draft and saying they cannot support an outcome that does not include a roadmap for implementing a just, orderly, and equitable transition from the non-renewable energy sources. The commitment to moving away from fossil fuels, including natural gas, coal, and crude oil, was considered a landmark achievement of COP28 in Dubai. Even then, the deal stopped short of calling for a phase-out amid fierce lobbying from oil-producing countries. Still with your international reports, at a high-profile trilateral meeting on Thursday, Cyril Ramaphosa, President of South Africa, together with Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, and Antonio Costa, President of the European Council, affirmed a deepening partnership defined by trust, reliability, and shared goals. The summit marked the signing of a landmark agreement tackling the future of critical minerals, metals essential for green energy, digital technology, and defense, designed to ensure that both South Africa and the EU rise up the value chain. The deal comes as the EU races to diversify supply away from dominant sources and amid growing fears of disruption. Key priorities include that South Africa will not solely extract raw minerals. It intends to process them domestically, capturing higher value and supporting local jobs. The EU will bolster clean energy and transport systems in South Africa, strengthening a partnership under the umbrella of its global gateway investment strategy. Both sides emphasized the defense of multilateralism. The agreement comes amid uncertainty over U.S. engagement in global forums and signals an intent to uphold collaborative rules-based system. And today's final report, India and Russia are discussing the joint production of the fifth generation Sukhoi Su-57 jet. The development was revealed by Russian ambassador to India Denis Alipov in an interview with TASS on Thursday. Alipov said Russia's competitive advantage lies in its unprecedented level of technology transfer and localization of production, in line with the Make in India and Self-Reliant India initiatives. Russian state weapons exporter Rosoboron Export reportedly made a presentation about its functional capabilities to Indian media at the Dubai Air Show. According to a Russian official, the jet, among the world's few stealth-equipped aircraft, is designed to counter all fourth and fifth generation aircraft. Dear viewers, that was it for today, but before we conclude, a quick reminder of the top stories. Effort to strengthen women's organization in the Gashbarka region. Seminar on enhancing documentation activities held in Asmara. Countries split on fossil fuels on COP30 Climate Summit final day. And South Africa and EU ink a critical minerals pact and champion multilateralism. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow same time with more news and developments, but until then, have a good one.